Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I'm glad you're here. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you guys, and your support of me and my channel is very, very important to me. So I want you to know how much I appreciate you guys. Okay, so in today's video, it's kind of like a follow-up to a video I did a couple months ago about Dossier. And if you don't know, Dossier is a perfume company that makes inspired by fragrances of top designer fragrances with a lower price tag. So maybe if you can't afford some of those scents that you really like and enjoy, they're out of your reach, you can kind of maybe have a more affordable option through Dossier. So in the last video, I told you more about Dossier, more about the notes and the cost of this perfume. So if you're interested in those details, I will link that video either here or here in the cards, so you can click on that. Otherwise, this video is just going to be my personal experience with Dossier. I just spit everywhere. It's going to be my experience with Dossier overall, and and kind of a review of each of the perfumes that I initially bought. So I've been playing with the fragrances that I originally bought, like I said, for over a month and a half, and I wanted to make sure that I gave them a really good go and wear test so that I could give you guys a really honest opinion on how I feel about it. I definitely don't want to promote something that I don't think is any good. Just keep in mind, this is my opinion and how these items worked on me. We're all different. We all have different body chemistry, and what works for me may not work for you. So just bear that in mind. So the first scent that I tried was Citrus Green Apple, and it's Dossier's version of Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue. My overall opinion on this one is that it's a very nice, light, fresh fragrance that I think is very suitable for summer. The cons are, I feel like it had a very little staying power and it wore very close to the skin. I like something that's gonna punch you in the face, and this definitely did not do that. But however, if you're someone who enjoys a light, less aggressive fragrance, this could definitely be for you. So my first few days of wearing the Citrus Green Apple, I wore it just with like an unscented lotion so I could see how it performed on its own. And it, like I said, I didn't really have very much lasting power. I had to respray throughout the day. I did notice that it lasted longer on my clothing than it did on my skin. So after a few days of doing that, like on the fourth day, I decided to try and pair it with the Nest Seville Orange Perfume Oil. And that was very, very nice. Very nice smell. It went well. It paired well with the citrus in this perfume, and it helped add to some of the longevity of the perfume. Now on the fifth day, I went ahead and paired it with the Nest Turkish Rose Perfume Oil. Fabulous. A+, 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. This was a fantastic combination because there are some floral and rose notes in this perfume, so it just paired really nicely. However, I noticed as the Citrus Green Apple faded on my skin, I was left with just the rose scent from the Nest oil, and so I would have to respray the perfume maybe once or twice throughout the day, and it kind of like revibrated that and brought it back to life. So would I reconsider purchasing this? I might purchase it from Dossier, but I don't know that I would. It's not a staple for me. It was very pleasant, very nice. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't one that I feel that I see myself reaching for a lot. So you can see how much I've used it. So I definitely really enjoyed it. Would I buy the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue? Probably not. And I think this was good for me to test this than dropping the coin on the name brand. All right, so next up we have Aquatic Coconut, and is inspired by Replica's Beach Walk. So good, so good. I took this on vacation with me, and it was fabulous for like the salty, warm, salty, fresh sea air. I definitely think they titled this correctly. It's not, the coconut isn't tropical though, like I thought it might be. So I honestly think you could even like wear this on a nice, cool, misty fall day if you were going to like the harbor or the seaside. So good. I really believe that scent triggers our memories, and since wearing this on vacation, every time I smell it, it just brings me back to that happy place of being by the beach. The first time I tried this, I put it on at bedtime, and I had showered with the Hemp's Sugared Banana wash, and then followed with that same lotion, and then sprayed this on. And it wasn't the best combination because I think I was thinking the coconut in this was going to be a sweet coconut, and it's not. It's more of a fresh coconut, so that wasn't the best combination. So after that, I just steered clear of any scented lotions, and I just used it with an unscented lotion. The longevity was very, very good. I do feel like you get a little bit of a sillage with this one. This is one that I got compliments on when I wore it out. This one definitely outperformed the Citrus Green Apple. This one's a performer in my opinion. I feel like this does dry down quite powdery, but in a good way. I definitely think this is one that I would repurchase from Dossier. I'm not necessarily sure that I would go out and buy Replica's version, just because I can get what I want from this, and 1 ounce of replicas is like 76 bucks. So I think since I can get what I'm enjoying out of this, that has great longevity, I don't have any issues with it, I would definitely repurchase from Dossier. So the next one I tried was Floral of Violet, and it is supposed to be inspired by Marc Jacobs' Daisy, the EDT. Just a spoiler on this one. I love this one, it's fabulous. You can see I've got a small dent in there because I'll tell you why. Spoiler alert. I love this so much that I actually ended up going out and purchasing the Marc Jacobs Oh So Intense version of Daisy. It definitely is a more fruity, sweeter scent in my opinion. This one, it's just so good. They're both excellent. This is phenomenal in my opinion. So day 1 of wearing this Dossier version of Daisy, I was hooked. Great long-lasting power, lasted all day. Very pleasant. And since I knew I was so hooked on this and I had so much success with it lasting all day the first day, the next day I decided to pair it with Ness Madagascar Vanilla perfume oil. And guys, I was so disappointed in this one. This, I don't know if you've heard of the Ness Madagascar Vanilla, but it is so hyped up. And granted, I don't have the dropper version, I just have the sample sizes with the roller ball. Even in the bottle, not just on my skin. I get like the initial scent is so good. Sorry, this isn't a review on Nest, but I just have to share this. The initial scent is so good, and then you know, like you get like an aftertaste on food. The aftertaste of this vanilla is like plasticky, like artificial. I don't know, I'm very disappointed in that one. So after that experience, the next few days I just wore the Daisy by itself, and I really enjoyed it. I could smell it on my clothes, I could smell it on my skin, just great, really enjoyed this one. So would I repurchase this one? Probably not, and I'll tell you why. Since I have the intense version of Daisy, I think I would stick with this and use it. After I finish this bottle, I don't know. If they have any other flankers of this, I might try them, but man, I just really like this one. I think this one is phenomenal. That's another good thing about Dossier. It gives you a chance to try perfumes you maybe wouldn't have otherwise tried, especially me. I don't have a mall or anything near me. I would have to blind buy a lot, and you would hate to blind buy a perfume at like, I don't know, I don't remember how much this was, but like $86 or something, and then hate it when you can spend 25, 30 bucks on something from Dossier. If you don't like it, you're not out. And I believe they have a return policy that if you don't love it, you can send it back. The last two that I'm going to talk about, I didn't play with quite as much, and I'll tell you why. The next one is the Floral Ylang Ylang, and this is supposed to be inspired by Chanel's Gabrielle, the EDP. I'm really sad about this too because I love Chanel perfumes, and to me, this smells like a cleaning supply, like a floral scented cleaning supply. I don't care for it, and I don't smell that like that Chanel DNA in this one at all. I'm not sure if this is exactly a dupe for Gabrielle. If you have Gabrielle, let me know your opinions on it, but this one wasn't a win for me scent wise. But I went ahead and wore it and tried it out so I could tell you guys how it performed in case you do like that kind of fragrance. I want you guys to know how it performed. Did it for you. I wore a perfume I didn't like for you. Just remember that. So don't get me wrong, this isn't unpleasant. It's just not something that I'd want to smell on myself continuously all day. If I smelled it on somebody else, I think I would think it smells pretty. It's just not for me. So as far as performance, it's really decent. It has a very nice sillage, very good lasting power. I would say probably up there with the powdery coconut. I think I'm going to continue. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. I think I'm going to continue wearing it and try layering it with some different fragrances or lotions and see how I like it. And part of it could be me my nose isn't very mature because I'm just getting into perfume, so it might just be that I can't appreciate what it's giving me yet. So I do kind of want to try it, see if it grows on me. If not, I definitely will be handing that off to somebody who in my family or my life that would enjoy that more. Last but certainly not least, we have Powdery Orange Flower, which is supposed to be inspired by Volce Viva Valentino. This one is a win for me, even though it doesn't look like it, because I have the smallest little dent in there ever. But the reason I didn't use this a lot is it because of the scent. It's because to me this smells more like heavy, more like in your face. I love it. It's beautiful scent. Definitely gonna wear this, but I'm thinking more when the weather cools down. I think with the heat that we've been having, this is just too heavy, just in my opinion. And I think that come like fall, this is gonna be a staple for me. I really, really enjoy this one. And it does have a very, very good lasting power, a nice sillage. When I did wear it out, I did get a compliment on this one as well. So even though it doesn't look like I've worn it a lot, it's a win for me. Now let's talk overall opinion of Dossier. I like them, I really do. I really think they're a legit company out there making some really good fragrances, really good inspired fragrances. Not like them old school ones, people my age probably remember Family Dollar had those inspired by and they all smelled like rubbing alcohol and bleach. I don't know if you remember those days, but these are definitely some quality perfumes. Some of them perform better than others, but I think you have that even in niche brand perfume houses where you have some that outshine and outperform others. So I'm not saying that they're all duds or anything like that by any means. And since my first video, I've even placed another order with Dossier, and that was through money points that I had earned from you guys using my link down below. And the link is nice because it's not something that you can only have if you're an influencer or you're reviewing products for them. This is like more like a rewards program. So the rewards points that I earned from you guys making purchases and using my my link, I was able to buy more perfumes to review. So I'll have another video upcoming on that as well. But I think that's another plus for Dossier because you can save even more money if you get points for however much dollar-wise you spend, but then you also get points for referrals as well. Another great thing is that I live in BFE and a lot of my packages just won't come, or they'll come completely demolished, or it takes them like a month when it said shipping would be 3 to 5 days or something like that. These were here like lightning speed. I really received these in good condition. The box was in good condition. None of my packages were broken or damaged in any way, and I did get them very, very quickly. So the only thing I can't speak on personally is customer service because I didn't have to contact them. I didn't have any issues with either of the orders that I placed from Dossier, and I'm not sure if people are having trouble with returns, but I've heard like mixed reviews on their customer service. I did look to see on the Better Business Bureau's website to see if they were accredited, and they weren't, but I think it's really hard to be BBB accredited, so I'm not knocking them just based on that alone. And under the BBB, you can look up complaints. I'll list them here if I think about it. Hi, buddy. Oh, he wants me to change channel. I'll be right back. Okay, trying to remember where I was. I think customer service. So BBB website, there's a place that I'll list, and I'll take a screenshot if I think of it and insert it, where you can put your complaint or what you're upset about, and that business does have an opportunity to respond on there. And there's a lot of times I've checked out companies on BBB's website and noticed that the company never gets back or they're aggressive. I didn't see any of that with Dossier. Very apologetic, very quick to respond, trying to come up with an outcome, reaching out to people. Didn't seem like they were very blaming like some companies can be. So just keep that in mind as well if you're wanting to place an order, that I can't vouch for customer service. All right, well, I think that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this little Dossier review. And I did place another order, like I said, so I'll have another video coming up, first impressions, and then I'll review those as well. All right, have a great day. Love you guys. Peace out.